Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Die Hard Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model. Today you're going to be reviewing a Gemini Jets, United States Air Force Boeing E-4B, the Nightwatch / the Doomsday Plane in a 1/200 scale model. I purchased this model from Troy's Toys, based out of Overland Park, Kansas. His website is www.troystoysinc.com. At the time of this video review, he had at least 3 more available, and there are other retailers that had this model still available as well, such as Easy Toys, Waffle Collectibles, and some other retailers and some other private sellers on eBay as well. This is definitely a must-have, folks. Now let me give you some information about the United States Air Force Boeing E-4B, the Doomsday Plane. The E-4B Advanced Airborne Command Post with the project name Nightwatch is a strategic command and control military aircraft operated by the United States Air Force. The E-4 series was specially modified from the Boeing 747-200B. The E-4 serves as a survival mobile command post for the National Command Authority, namely for the President of the United States, the Secretary of Defense, and successors. An E-4B is denoted as NAOC, which stands for National Airborne Operations Center, when ground facilities are destroyed during nuclear conflict. The United States Air Force also has a couple of nicknames for these aircraft, which goes by the names of, besides the Doomsday Plane, the Flying White House and the Flying Pentagon. Okay, this is the box here, folks. Came with the model. There's the Gemini Jets 200 title, United States of America, the American flag, the aircraft type, and the model information you see at the bottom of the box, folks. Okay, this is the back of the box you see there. There's the Boeing official licensing product decal button right there, the E-4B. Facebook. If you're on Facebook and you're a collector and you don't have Gemini Jets as you like, I strongly suggest you add them to your like, because they always inform those through social media about the future release that's getting ready to come down the pike. Okay, this is the top of the box you see there, folks. And this is the bottom of the box. There's also their website right there, GeminiJets.com. You can also go to their website. They also inform you about what's coming down the pike through their website as well. Alright, this is the left side of the box you see there, the Gemini 200, the model scale information, the aircraft type, and the model information is displayed there as well. And this is the right side of the box, same information you saw on the left side of the box, alright? Okay, and this is the model stand that came with the model. You see here, very wooden, very sturdy, detailed. And then you see that little pattern right there, folks. That means when you put the model on the stand, that means you don't have to worry about getting scratched or damaged and have any other scratch issues on your model, okay? Alright, and this little plastic bag you see there, these are the gear replacements inside this plastic bag, featuring the 2 little toothpicks. I will go into detail for the purpose of these gear replacements later on in the model review, okay, with all that information out of the way about the United States Air Force Boeing E-4B, about that history of that aircraft, I still have more history to show you about that, tell you about that aircraft, the boxing, the model stand, and the gear replacements. With no further ado, folks, here is the long-awaited model. There it is, the Gemini Jets, United States Air Force Boeing E-4B, the Nightwatch / the Doomsday Plane in a 1/200 scale model. There you see it, folks. Now here's some more facts about the United States Air Force E-4B, the Doomsday / Nightwatch plane. It began back in the 1970s when Boeing offered 2 Boeing 747-200, which were originally planned to be commercial airliners, as replacements for the EC-135Js. The United States Air Force Electronic Systems Division awarded Boeing a contract in February 1973 to supply 2 unequipped aircraft designated E-4A. The first test flight on the E-4A took place on June 19, 1973 at the Boeing plant in Seattle, Washington, and the first completed E-4A aircraft was delivered to Andrews Air Force Base in Camp Springs, Maryland in December 1974. And go back to December 1973, a fourth aircraft was ordered. It was fitted with more advanced equipment, resulting in the designation E-4B, as you see there, folks. The original three E-4As were eventually upgraded to the standard of the E-4B, and Boeing delivered the first E-4B, which bears the Air Force serial number 75-0125 on December 21st, 1979, and entered service in January 1980, which was distinguished from the earlier E-4A version by the presence of a large streamlined radome on the dorsal surface directly behind the upper deck. You see there, I'll show you that in a minute. This contains the aircraft SHF, which stands for Super High Frequency Antenna, and by 1985, all E-4A aircraft were converted to the B models. The E-4B offers a vast increase in communications capability over the previous model and is considered to be hardened against the effects of an EMP, which stands for electromagnetic pulse, from a nuclear blast. Hardening this aircraft also meant that all equipment and wiring on board is shielded from an EMP, electromagnetic pulse. Also, additional steps were taken to block radiation from the aircraft's cabin air management system in cockpit, including the novel use of the same screens used to cover the windows of microwave ovens that's replaced over the flight deck windows. The E-4B fleet has an estimated rollout cost of approximately $250 million each, and costs nearly $160,000 per hour to operate, which is considered the United States Air Force's most expensive aircraft to operate to date. The United States Air Force currently has 4 E-4B aircraft in their fleet, and all E-4B aircraft are assigned to the 55th Wing and are operated by the 1st Airborne Command and Control Squadron of the 595th Command and Control Group, located out of Offutt Air Force Base, which is located south of Omaha, Nebraska. And for the time being, the E-4B remains the aerial command plane to support the Commander-in-Chief and key members of the battle staff. Let me tell you how sophisticated this aircraft is. They use a special paint to shield off an EMP, electromagnetic pulse, from a nuclear blast and from radiation as well. That's how sophisticated this aircraft is. So with no further ado, allow me to get down to the nitty-gritty and show you all the details on this aircraft. And there's plenty of details to share with you. So here we go. Okay, we're gonna start at the left side of the aircraft, where you see the escape hatch door right there, the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the little hump there. I'll go in detail what that is. The nose cone, the nose gears right there, show you better visual of those, and the nose gear door right there, and then some other antennas right there, that radome. I'll show you that in a minute. Now we're just going to start right here, folks. This little hump right here you see above the distinctive hump. This hump that sits on the top of the plane's fuselage is actually called the radome, which houses 67 antennas and satellite dishes, including the SHF, Super High Frequency Antenna, and the Milstar system. According to the United States Air Force, Milstar is a joint service satellite communication system that provides secure, jam-resistant, worldwide communication to meet the essential wartime requirements for high-priority users. This multi-satellite constellation links command authorities with a wide variety of resources, including ships, submarines, aircraft, and ground stations. Okay, see, look, and that right there, that's up there, cockpit window, and that's the rest. I'll get and break down all that in a minute. Okay, and then you see the inboard landing right there, right here. Okay, then some other antennas. I'll get in that when later on in the review. Okay. Okay, now you're back on the port side of this aircraft, the left side. You see these engines here. These are the General Electric CF6-50E2 engines that the United States Air Force uses on this particular and sophisticated aircraft, the E-4B. Okay, and then you see the bogey gears right there. All right, the bogey gears on this side. So I'm gonna turn this aircraft around, let you see the front angle of these engines, and the fan blades do spin, folks. Okay, now you're looking at the front angle of these CF6 engines, as I mentioned earlier, the fan blades do spin on here. Perfect. Same over here as well. Okay, and then you got a better visual view of the inboard landing lights. Don't worry about that. It's in there though. You can barely see it, but it's in there. Okay, you see the inboard landing lights right there as well. Now I'm gonna take it to the starboard right side of the aircraft. Let's see the engines over there as well. Alright, now we're on the starboard side of this aircraft, the right side. The engines over here, the fans will spin over here. See that? Perfect. And then come over here. Perfect. And then you see the inboard landing lights over here. Very detailed, okay? Alright, now you're looking at the front angle of this aircraft. You got a better visual view of everything, including the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the nose cone. You come down here, see the nose gears right here, featuring the nose gear lights right there, the nose gear doors right there, the nose cone right there. And this little hump you see here, the distinctive hump that sits right above the aircraft's nose and underneath the cockpit, this right here. This little distinctive hump is called the aerial refueling area. And this is where the fuel is loaded in at when the aircraft needs refueling while in flight. It takes 2 KC-135 straddle tankers to fuel this aircraft, the E-4B. Alright, so it said, I'm going to take it back to the other side and let you see information. There's more information share with you over there as well. Okay? Okay, we're back on the port side of this aircraft. We see the red navigation light right here by the wing tip. And then you see these antennas that's displayed on the wings and the horizontal stabilizer right there, here. Okay. All right, there you go. All right. These are called the HF high frequency antennas, and the purpose for these antennas were for radio and communications from the aircraft. Okay. Okay, now you're looking at the top of the aircraft. I'm gonna give you a better visual of the top of the aircraft. You see these dual wires right here. That's displayed on the dual wires that are connected from the top of the fuselage here to the part of the tail. These wires are actually called dual trailing wire antennas. Okay, dual trailing wire antennas. That's what these are. If you got this model, please be careful, because it was brought to my attention. If you break this model, you're just out of luck. They can't replace that, so be real careful. This model is that sensitive, folks. Now, this decal right you see by the last door and the horizontal stabilizer right there, this is the decal for the United States Air Force, folks. Okay, we on the tail here. See the tail? There's the Air Force serial number you see right there. Sorry about that, folks. The Air Force serial number 7-40787. Air Force serial number 7-40787. This is the third of 4 E-4Bs in the fleet of the United States Air Force. And the first test flight on this aircraft took place on June 6, 1974, and was delivered to the United States Air Force on October 15, 1974. Okay, right above the Air Force serial number is the United States America flag. This flag represents the country where the E-4B operates from as one of the government's top military aircraft, which is operated by the United States Air Force, the military armed force branch that represents the United States of America. Okay? And you see the high frequency antenna right there on the horizontal stabilizer. Now this white antenna box that sits between the horizontal stabilizer and the APU exhaust, between here and here, this antenna is called the VLF, very low frequency and low frequency antenna. And then you see the red antenna that sits above the APU exhaust. This antenna is called a rear trailer antenna, and the purpose of this antenna is that it also helps enable communication anywhere in the world from this aircraft. And then you see the APU exhaust hole right here, and there is a hole there, folks. And then there's the strobe light right there underneath the APU exhaust. All right. Now I'm gonna turn this aircraft around, let you see it at a better angle, from the rear view angle. There it is, folks. the Air Force, United States Air Force Boeing E-4B, the Nightwatch / Doomsday Plane from the rear view angle. Very detailed. Okay, now we on the starboard / right side of the aircraft. We got the rear view, the cockpit windows, the aerial refueling area, the nose cone, the nose gears right here, the nose gear lights, the nose gear doors, and this little door right here, the front cargo container door you see there. Usually on a typical 747 aircraft, this door is where they actually load and unload cargo and containers through this door. However, on this aircraft, this is the door where the crew enters in to get inside the plane. They usually raise that up and get inside the plane. And then you see the United States of America here. That's who this aircraft belongs to. You see the inboard landing lights here on the wings. And then you see the CF6 engines right there. You see the bogey gears on this side. And then you come over here. You see the high frequency antenna on the wing and the green navigation light on this side as well. Okay, we back on the rear end on the starboard side of this aircraft. We see the rear cargo container door and the AFT boat bin cargo container door right there. You see the United States Air Force decal. You see the Air Force registration number here and the U.S. flag there. All little details right there as well. Okay. Okay, before I show you the bird's eye top view and the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft, I'm gonna roll this mount. It does roll a little bit. Yeah, see I roll very good. That's a good thing. Great. And it tilts a little bit. Okay, so with that said, allow me to show you the aerial top view of this aircraft, and there's a lot of antennas on you, so just get ready. Bear with me, all right? Okay, we're gonna start at the front. You see the nose cone, you see the aerial fueling area, you see the cockpit windows and the windshield wipers right there, the pilot escape hatch door, and a couple antennas there, the anti-collision beacon light right there. You see the radome, and there are 6 ultra high frequency SATCOM satellite communication antennas on top of this aircraft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then there are additional 6 MRSAT satellite antenna, which stands for International Maritime Satellite. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably more than that. Okay, all right. And then you see the dual wires right there I mentioned earlier. And then you see the high frequency antennas on both sides here, the tail. And then you come over here, the CF6 engines right here from the aerial view. United States Air Force decal right there. The high frequency antenna on the wing here. And then over here as well, the engines over here. And then you see the USA stands United States Air Force. You see the high frequency antenna on this side as well. Okay, now we underneath the aircraft, the undercarriage belly. You see the nose cone, the partial gear door right there, the nose gear, a couple antennas there, and this antenna you see here, this is a very high frequency special user antenna right here. And then you see some more antennas there, the anti-collision beacon light right there, the hole where the stand goes in at, the center bogey gears right there, and they do tilt. Okay. And then you see the Gemini Jets logo right there, and then this antenna right here, the rear part, it's called an ultra high frequency GEP antenna right there. And then I don't know what that is right there. That's the pressure relief valve right there. And then you got the APU exhaust right there. You see that little red antenna right there, folks. And then we come over here, the bogey gears over here, they tilt. See the engines right there. I don't know where the fuel dump valve on this way. Okay. And then you see the high frequency antennas over there. Same over here, folks. There's the gears right there, the engines, the high frequency antenna on this side as well. Okay, since I showed you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft and the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft, I'm going to put it on that stand that I showed you earlier. So with no further, here is the model on the stand, folks. Okay, I finally got it on the stand here. You know, you're looking at it on the port side. You see all the gears here, bogey gears, how they tilt, the engines. You know, this ain't flexing a little bit. It's still a nice model, folks. All right. Okay, now you're looking at this model from the front angle. See all the engines there, very detailed there. I'm gonna put it up there. Oh, you see the whole model. Pretty cool, impressive. Okay, now you're looking at this aircraft from the starboard side. See all the details from front to rear, side to side. Whew. Them antennas make it stand out. Ain't it beautiful? And finally, looking at the Boeing E-4B Nightwatch / Doomsday Plane from the rear view angle. See all the antennas here. Ain't it great? The Radome. Wow, ain't it beautiful? All right. Okay, before I take this model off the stand, I got it in this position for a reason, because of the gears right here. I'm going to take all these gears off, and then I'm going to show you this model from a different angle without the gears. So here I go. Okay, I'm going to have to pause this one for a second. All right. Okay, I finally got all the gears off. I had to pause for a minute because the center bow gears, there was a little challenge. It took too long trying to get them off here. But you see all the retractable gears on, so this is a retractable gear model. Now, you got a choice. You got two options from this point on. You can display them without the gears you see there. This is the purpose for these gear replacements you see there, folks, all right? That's the purpose for the gear replacement, to substitute the gears. Or you can keep the gears on there and display it with the gears on it. Gears up, gear down, your choice. I choose to leave the gears on mine, okay? So with that said, I'm going to put the gears back on and take this model to stand and go ahead and wrap up this model review, okay? Okay, now the E-4B section configuration. The E-4B has 3 decks on this aircraft where they operate from. Let's start with the upper deck, where you see right here, this is the cockpit area. And then you come over here, this is the rest crew area right there. And then you get to the main deck, which is right here. I say about from here to about right here. That's called the senior leader compartment area. And then from here to here, that's called the command authority area. And then from here to about right here, that's called the conference room. And then from here all the way about right here, that's called the briefing room. And then from here to about right here, that's called the battle staff area. And then from here to right here is the communications and technical control room. And then from here all the way back here is the crew rest area on that deck. And then the lower low, which is down here, you got the aircraft systems right in here somewhere. And then you got the electronic equipment right in there. And then you got the water tanks right here where the fuel is. And then you got the trailing wire antennas right in there. Trailing wire antenna right there. And then you got the cargo air right there. Okay? So, with that said, and finally, the maximum range for the Boeing E-4B is approximately 6,200 nautical miles, which equates to 7,135 miles. Well, folks, this is all I have for this model review. Sorry about the length of review, but this model, it's a lot of detail on here. It's that sophisticated. So details is everything to me, okay? But please rate and subscribe and leave me your comments. I want to know if you got this model or you plan on getting this model. It's still available. You know, in flight, they just announced they're going to do their version. So you got a chance to get that one or this one. I decided to roll with this one. I always roll with Gemini Jets. And got it, please. This is high a recommended model, folks. Get it before they're gone, okay? So with that said, take care. God bless. I still have a ton of model content to show you. Stay tuned, folks.